All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit, and the sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Akim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this knowledge and truth and this sincerity. It's the brother Rawls off from the Gym Master Arizona Camp, Lord will, with another quick lesson to edify. All right, in this lesson, I'm going to cover the topic of the armor, okay? Ultimately, this truth being a defense, okay? And this truth is how we arm ourselves against the wiles of the devil, all right? And that's the topic I want to cover in this video. It's going to be a quick hit. And ultimately, what I want to do is try to, show the contrast between when you have that armor, which is this light, which is this truth, versus when you don't have this armor. I got an example, of how these demons, can attack, and how the demons, could be made to submit when you have the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on your side. All right, and the demons, the wiles of the devil are many. There's different ways that the devil can try to get at us, but as long as we have this truth, we have Yahweh Shem Yahushua, then we'll be able to utilize this truth as a defense against him and keep the devil at bay. So this is Romans 13:12. It says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light," man. So what we need to arm ourselves with is the light. The light is this truth. All right. We want to put off the works of darkness, which is the ways of this world. Okay, the wickedness. All right, sin. And then putting on the armor of light is coming back into this truth, repentance. Okay, so jumping straight over to, as a matter of fact, let's jump straight into Ephesians. Okay, because this is what it's all about. Armor is a defense. Okay, it's a weapon. All right. In ancient times, you'll see the movies of old, like the movie 300, and men, they wore armor to protect themselves from enemy attack. All right, and that's what this truth does for us. It helps to protect us from enemy attack. Different things that we encounter in the world, the different ways that Satan tries to seduce us and distract us and pull us back into the world. This truth allows us to use wisdom, okay, to navigate through these scenarios and stay the course of salvation, truth, and the light. Okay, this is Ephesians 6:10. It says, "Finally, be strong, brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." So let's get that word for armor. See what the word armor is. Okay, it goes to the Greek.
Strong's G 3833, panoplia.
All right, it says full armor, complete armor, includes shield, sword, lance, helmet, greaves, and breastplate. All right, so armor is, hey, this is how you equip yourself, how you spiritually, how you armor up to protect yourself against enemy attack, which these other heathen nations, and spiritually, the spiritual demon Satan, is the enemy. He's the one walking to and fro on the earth, seeking whom he may devour. All right, and in order to repel his attacks, then we have to utilize wisdom. We have to utilize this truth, the light. Okay, it says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Let's get that word for wiles. What are the wiles of the devil? Okay.
Strong's G 3180, methodia.
See, that's where you get the word method from. It says cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. And that's what this devil is all about. He's a deceiver. That's what the word devil means. All right, so all of the deceptions, all of his trickery, if you're armored up, you're going to be able to repel the attacks. Okay, verse 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So this is very much so a spiritual thing, and you have to have that spiritual armor. Let's get a few words out of this precept, because we're wrestling with, so there's a spiritual war going on, and you need armor to be able to fight that war. The truth gives you the armor that you need, okay? And the war has been fought against what? Principalities, all right, which is G746. It says beginning, origin, the person or thing that commences, the first person or thing in a series, the leader, that by which anything begins to be, origin, the active cause. It says the extremity of a thing, and I'm going to skip down to the final definition. It says letter V, part A, it says of angels and demons. So this is actually talking about angels and demons, spirits. It says powers. All right. There's a whole lot going on there, man. Maybe we're not going to go into that. The rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So that's the point. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about an unseen world of spirits that are running around in this earth, manipulating minds, okay, and trying to manipulate us. But if we're equipped, if we have the covering of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we're equipped with this knowledge, and when we're sojourning about in this world, we're using wisdom, and we'll be able to repel these spiritual attacks. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And that's going to come into play going into these times of the hour of temptation. If we had that shield of faith, all right, and this devil is throwing threats at us, we're going to be able to block him. If this devil is going to throw the doubt at us, we're going to be able to repel it, because we're going to have the faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to deliver us, and that he's going to provide for us, you see? So that's putting on the armor, the whole armor of righteousness, the whole armor of the Most High. Verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you will be able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. So he's going to be shooting them at us, and we're going to be blocking them with that shield of faith, okay? Because we've prepared ourselves, and we've been armored up with this truth. All right, this truth is a defense against the wiles of Satan. So real quick, we're gonna get this is Mark 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 23. It says, and there was in the synagogue a man with an unclean spirit, and he cried out, saying, let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Yahushua of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of the Most High. And Yahushua rebuked him, saying, hold thy peace, and come out of him. All right, so Yahushua ordered that the devil, this unclean spirit, all right, this demon, come out of this man. He was possessing a man. And Yahushua, when he came, what did the demon say? I know who you are. You're the Holy One of Israel. You're the Holy One of the Most High. He knows, these demons know the Son of Man. All right, and they bow to him. They obey his command. They are under his authority. So as long as we got that power on our side, then we're gonna be straight. Then what can the devil do? He doesn't have power over us because we have Yahweh Shai. It says, and when the unclean spirit had torn him and cried with a loud voice, he came out of him. And they were all amazed, insomuch that they questioned among themselves, saying, what thing is this? What new doctrine is this? For what authority commanded he even the unclean spirits, and they do obey him? See? So the unclean spirits obey the word of the Lord. They obey Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They are under the authority of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So you want that power on your side. You want the covering of that power. Okay? You want to have that armor. Okay? You want to have that power's armor protecting you against the devil, against Satan. And that's what this truth gives us. It gives us that defense that we need. Now, on the other side of it, if you don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you don't have that protection, okay, then Satan has the ability to get around your defenses and poke and prod at you, damage you, and be able to kind of strike to a point where, you could be defeated. You can be defeated by the enemy. You can sustain injury, okay, from the enemy attack. Meaning, spiritually, hey, you could start going off the path of righteousness. Okay. So on the other side of it, if we go to Acts, all right, we're going to bring this out. Acts 19 and 13, it says, then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, saying, we adjure you by Yahweh Shai, whom Paul preaches, because Paul could cast out demons, because Yahweh Shai was with him. But these men tried to mimic what they saw Paul doing, but the Lord wasn't with these men. They were just they saw the power in the name of Yahweh Shai, and they tried to mimic it without having Yahweh Shai. They didn't have the armor of the Lord. They didn't put on the armor of light. Okay? And so we'll see what the outcome is. It says, and there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and priest of chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahweh Shai I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye? It says, and the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped, Salakia, starting back at verse 16, it says, and the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of the house naked and wounded. See, that armor didn't protect them because they didn't have the proper armor. See, they had exposures in their armor. There was spaces where you can get in there and you can attack and you can wound, because they didn't have the full armor of the Most High. They didn't have it. They didn't have that light. No, they were trying to do their own thing. It's a lot of men that's out here like that. They trying to do their own thing. They're not trying to follow after what they have learned. They're not continuing in those things. And they don't even realize that they got demons on them and they got cheeks in their armor. They don't even have on armor. So they're open to attack from Satan. And this is the outcome when you don't have the true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on your side, when you don't put on that armor. And to see that, so having this light, having this real truth, okay, which we have here at Great Millstone, having that is what's going to protect you in these evil times to come. Because if you don't have it, you'll end up like these men, okay? If you're out there perpetrating a fraud in this truth, acting and portraying like you a teacher, okay, but you teaching damnable heresies, hey, you're going to end up like these men, okay? You're going to be calling out, Lord, Lord, and he's going to say, I never knew you. So in these latter days, we ought to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shemi Shai in this truth, because it is going to help us to repel enemy attack. It's going to be our defense in the evil time, and it's going to help us to defend against the wiles of Satan. So with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the hopeful elect out there. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.